to be like, oh, that's slim. You know, I at the time I believe my daughter was 10 years old after I had lost a lot of weight. My 10-year-old daughter picked me up on her back and gave me a piggyback ride. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So like the dysmorphia never actually really goes away. You just kind of got to be comfortable with who you are. And even it plays out when I've talked to y'all. I've had Latanya in here, Sandra, and even some of y'all was like, boy, if you don't take that big ass t-shirt off, I'm like, look, I just bought this shirt, I put it on, it's a 2X, but it's flying in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like,
That part.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Looks
Like
good.
But
Tuck it
I
in. It looks good if you tuck it in.
yeah,
I
yeah. I'm
think
like,
that's
oh no,
important.
because it's what I've been used to, and it's like I
Yep,
don't
I
see,
did the same.
yeah, I don't tend to see myself different, and then like I get smaller clothes and put them on and be like, damn, this actually fit like how it's supposed to fit. You know what I'm saying? Because as a big dude, we put on what we could wear. You know what I'm saying? 5, 6X, whatever it is. Like, yo, like titty showing and all that other stuff. It's like, yo, I'm used to buying big ass clothes. So when I put on, something that's fitting, like even sitting here in the camera, I am amazed that my shoulders are in the camera in the box frame
Yeah.
without me being hella far back, or you know what I'm saying? So and I will say to all of you guys are, like Mike was saying, that there hasn't really been a community of fellas that I could look at and relate to. I believe Guy, you was like the first cat that I came across, then Tony, and then I saw Embrace. I was like, damn man, like I'm trying to be like y'all, like you know what I'm saying?
There's
And
a
then looking
couple
up
of
here,
us.
homeboy Claudio, Swole, Mike Swole, and I'm like, I appreciate y'all. So
Yeah, that's how I
that's what I
felt
just
with
want
Mike.
to
Like I
say.
said, with Mike, I was like, hey, man, I seen other people with smaller and they ain't got no physique or nothing like that. But like I said, oh, that's what I want. That's what I'm gonna be like Mike. I
But
like
that's
Mike
what
right there. I said,
motivates us.
I said, all right,
Yeah,
there you go. I said,
yeah.
because I'm
And
keep I'm
I
keep
would say
going. I'm still going. And I was like, all right. So maybe Mike, hey, you were my first one, the person I looked at, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling a little better.
Now,
You
But
know,
that's
I
how
can
I
keep.
was. That's how I was when I first
because
ran into
in all
Claudio. When I first ran
fairness,
into
there
Claudio,
isn't
I
a
was
lot
like,
of
man,
representation for the male bariatric community. If I'm being 100% honest, I did a little Googling. The men in the bariatric population only make up 19%, 19.3 to be exact, of bariatric patients. Why do you think that is? Like, is it just you think some reservations about having surgery? Do you think men are just like, I could just work out, I'll be fine? Or is it just like, I don't know that men always want to address weight because it's become a part of their identity? What are your thoughts? Like, do you think
I think the
both
last two, the
represent
latter,
19%?
Yeah.
Because
yep,
Yeah.
the last two, what you said, and like for me, it was more of first it was just like I could do it myself, and I couldn't do it myself. I was just telling myself that to make myself feel better, and then, like I said, it became part of my identity. It was a thing that I thought made me who I was, not knowing that I was basically killing myself, thinking I was special or unique in some way. No, I was just fat and dying. But I definitely think it's the latter of the two. Thinking you could do it yourself and in denial about that, and just it becomes part of your identity. That's how it was for me, at least.
yeah,
I
and
think that
Same.
Yeah.
I think that another reason is too because of performance enhancing drugs, too. You got to think about that because, I mean, I went weight loss surgery because I wanted to do it more naturally. Because a lot of men, if you look up, if you Google that, a lot of men take, test, trend, all that stuff. So that's more the manly thing to do, take steroids instead of get weight loss surgery.
gotcha.
That's a big thing, because I went
And
weight loss surgery because I wanted to go more natural.
do
But
they think that if they take things like testosterone and things like their weight's going to turn into muscle?
I mean, there's a
Do
lot
you
of
know
different.
what I'm saying? Because like
There,
I don't,
listen, I
But
don't
this is
knock.
what's
it
sold
doesn't
to
I don't
make
them.
knock
sense
anybody.
to me.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
I don't knock anybody for what choice they make. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that take steroids and take all kinds of different things. So I mean, me personally, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do
Yeah.
it. So I went
Same.
with the weight
Yeah.
loss surgery option.
But
I
if you
feel
look
like a
what's on
big
the market,
misconception. So go ahead, Tony.
uh, but if you look at what's on the market, when they sell testosterone to guys, they say, oh, it'll maximize your performance, maximize like your time in the gym. Like they throw all this stuff out of the guy, and this is what gets in our mindset. We're
Right.
not
Yep.
sold weight loss surgery. We're sold like, oh, get a pump on it, and,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you're in the bedroom.
Yeah, and you're good in bed now when you
Yeah.
because you get pumped up and then so everything's supposed to be in the gym and then nobody tells you about the discipline you got to have just to even do the gym and the diet at the same time. And that part has been what most people have problems with. Is I couldn't do the seem like I couldn't do both at the same time, and it was like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I know Mike was gonna jump in and say something. What were you saying, Mike? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say when it comes to like why men do things the way that we do, like talking about performance enhancing drugs and steroids and testosterone specifically, is marketing, marketing, marketing. And you take this, you're going to be more manly. You're going to be better in bed. You're going to be better in the gym. You're going to build muscle faster, build bigger muscles. And people don't realize that just like weight loss surgery as a whole, taking steroids, you have to put the work in. Taking testosterone, you have to put the work in. Having weight loss surgery, you have to put the work in, because besides that, it's just shit marketing for good motivations. If you're not ready and willing to put the work in and to make the changes long term for the rest of your life, nothing else matters besides what you're doing right now in the moment. We're all here. We all had weight loss surgery. We all hit the worst points in our lives where we made that change and that light bulb went off. And we all decided collectively as individuals, enough is enough. We need a tool that we can build our home with. And we're going to build that house and we're going to live in it and be fancy and have nice big windows and all of our nice cars in the driveway. And that whole mindset is what you put into your body and what you put into your health and your fitness and your wellness. And there's a social expectation for men to be big and strong and to just do it themselves. They don't need help. Men don't need help. They don't need people to do stuff for them. Be a man. But people don't realize that being a man means nothing when it comes to obesity. Obesity is a disease. It's something that you live with and you deal with. It is a disease, and we all needed to find ways to cure ourselves, and that's why we're all up here, #obesity survivors.
Okay, that part. And I want to recognize what you said. That leads me to an extra thought that's not on our list. We have one, believe it or not, as crazy as we seem. I do want to acknowledge we know that in the weight loss community anyway, mental health is such a big thing. As women, it's more accepted, right? For men, it's less accepted. For men in the weight loss community, it's probably even less, right? So, what do you do to maintain your mental health, or kind of keep yourself on like that mentally stable road? Because I do think myself that mental health plays a lot in my success and my journey, right? Like when I'm doing well, I'm doing the right things, I'm making good choices. If I'm not doing well, I'm not doing the right things and not making the right choices. So, how do you feel about your mental health, and what kind of keeps you on that mental health road? Tony, we'll start with you.
The foundation of all of your mental health is having the right support group too. I have the greatest friends, the greatest coworkers, my family, everyone has my back, and everyone has had my back from the beginning. They've supported me from the very beginning. If I didn't have that foundation, I wouldn't have gone through with the surgery because I wouldn't have felt confident that I could have done it on my own. But having that and now having the confidence that, like, oh, you know what, I'm doing really well. But on the days that I don't feel great about what I'm doing or feel great about things, work out. Dude, that is the greatest thing ever. Go for a walk. Do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, go throw some weights around. I mean, you need to get that out of your system because the way you feel after you do something physical that you couldn't do before, you feel empowered, you feel invigorated, you have that energy. I mean, it's hard not to feel good.
That part. That part. Thank you so
Guy,
much.
what about you? How do you feel you maintain your mental health as a man, but also a man who's had weight loss surgery?
For me, it starts back when I was first started with I used TikTok was my first thing. I was not a very open person on letting everybody know everything that's going on with me and stuff like that. So first, I used TikTok to explore other people in avenues like this, and it was mostly women. But here now we find there's men out there. And then life be life in the last year, it's been a big transition of changes for me between marital stuff and then this bariatric adjustment to my new body, and my work has been changing as well. So all that has been something I was like, oh, I gotta do something different because now everything's been working fine except for my mental. I said, hold up, let me go. 3 months ago, I decided to get a therapist and talk to someone that understand that, hey, I ain't never been to like a multitude of three things in one time of situations that I got to deal with, and I don't want to lose who I was, and I always felt myself being emotionally and mentally so mature. So, but at the same time, I'm like, this is something different. I'm feeling a little different. I'm looking at myself like I look fat, but I'm skinny as hell, and I'm this, but I'm not that, and why am I feeling this way? Why I feel not as attractive as I used to. And I was big. Now I was 437 pounds in my highs. I'm like, it just feels a little different. So I wanted to make sure I stay on the right path and make sure I don't lose this part. As part of my as well as my weight that I was losing. So I didn't want to lose momentum. So that's one of the biggest things that kept me going. And my therapy has been great so far. This is my first time ever doing therapy, but it's been a blessing in disguise. I've been staying on a straight and narrow, and life be lifing. But I think I'm on a good path, and I keep going. I can still help other people just like they helping me.
I appreciate that vulnerability, Guy, especially sharing that you are seeing a therapist. That's amazing. And we're huge proprietors of mental health, finding yourself a mental health professional. So I'm going to take this time to make that disclaimer. Always find a mental health professional. I think everybody could use a therapist. Please find a therapist, y'all. In that light, Claudio, do you have any tips or tricks for men who are struggling with
want to
mental health?
quickly just chime in because there's a lot of folks in the chat who just want to say thank you to the men. While you guys are up here, I just want a lot of people, especially we don't get to see a lot of the men in the panel, live all the time. So a lot of folks are just saying thank you so much for your vulnerability. We love to see our brothers coming together. So thank you guys for participating in the chat. We see you. We acknowledge you. The chat is moving really, really fast, but I am checking y'all out. So we see you, and we appreciate y'all. And we appreciate the panel. I'm sorry, Anna. Go right ahead.
No, go ahead. So, Claudio, do you have any tips or tricks for men who are in the community and their mental health, or anything that really helps you outside of your creatine and working out?
No, I mean, I suffered from depression and anxiety for a long time, and I was on medication for it and stuff like that. But ever since I got surgery and started going to the gym and doing all that, like I kind of just let it go. I haven't taken my medication in probably like 2 years, I want to say, and my doctor cleared me. I was all good. I see a therapist, once a week, but just an hour a week, and I feel like somebody to talk, with your problems about. It's good to have just talking through, but nothing crazy. I think the exercise and gym, walking, running, take up, just setting a goal and hitting that goal, and then setting another goal on top of that, hitting that goal. You know what I mean? So I know my goal was like pull-ups. That was a big thing. I couldn't do a pull-up when I first started, and now I can knock out 15, 20, back to back, like it's nothing. So, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I focus more on that. My mental health is more focused on
Show
that.
off.
If I
Show off.
But I mean, if I'm stressed out, I go to the gym. If I'm really stressed out, and I already do the gym in the morning, every morning, no matter what, like I'll go shoot some hoops or something. I'll go out and play some basketball, or you know what I mean. Like the winter time is tough where I live because I live up north, but you know what I mean. Like I got my motorcycle. I'll hop on and I go for a ride. You know what I mean, stuff like that. So That's a good thing, you know.
I love that. So finding a positive outlet, you think,
Yeah,
is just whatever works for you kind of thing. Like
yeah, yeah.
obviously everybody's an individual, but I love that. I do. I think that's amazing to find specific things that really like, okay, you know, for you, the gym is, I hear you say like the gym's a part of my routine. That's just what I'm going to do. So there's other things you found that also work for you in between.
Yeah. Yeah. Like just other hobbies, you know, find another hobby, something, you know, start you know, doing some artwork or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like I did a painting one night. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, all right, man, I'm gonna grab a canvas and
You
just
want to
kind
see
of,
the
you know.
painting.
No, honestly, I don't even know where it's
You
at. Like
mentioned it. I'm sorry.
it was just like,
She just wants you to stand up. That's all that's about.
We're
So
gonna auction off the painting. Is
don't
what
fall
we're
off
gonna
the track.
do.
yeah. So no, it's
They're
that
like,
you know,
that
stuff
got
like that.
painted with Claudio's muscles? Absolutely.
Oh Lordy.
No, in all seriousness, I really do appreciate that, Claudio. That's so helpful. Michael, do you have any things that are useful in your mental health journey with weight loss?
Um, so I also talk to a therapist once a week. That is something, and I can only speak for me, but I know for Black men, that's kind of a taboo subject in the Black community. We don't talk about getting a therapist. It's like when you got an issue, you just deal with it. So over the last 2 years, I even during COVID, well, about 3 years ago, because I started doing virtual. I still do that. I just moved back to California here in June, which was a major thing for me. But just like Claudio, the gym for me is that's that place where I can unload whatever stresses that I'm dealing with. That is the place where I can go get all of that out. Um, it's so crazy when I look back on it now, just like, years ago, stepping into a gym was maybe once a year, twice a year, maybe, but it's like, that's like my lifeblood now. It's the thing that keeps me going. And also, it's not even just the weight loss side of it. It's this whole thing has been more of a mental journey for me because now I'm finding who I really am. I think for so long I was so caught up in just life, like God said, life be life, and it is. You got a wife, you got kids, you got this, you got that, and I never really took a lot of time to find out who I was or what I like to do. So
Mm.
here I am, 45, about to be 46 in May, and I'm just now figuring out what Michael likes to do. So this has been not only a health journey, but more of a mental journey for me. So
Mm.
being able to find out what I like to do, like I love um, videography and taking pictures and working with a camera. These are all things I'm just learning about myself here
Wow.
recently. So it's basically now taking the time to find out the things that I like and and especially now that I had a heart condition now. When I had the heart condition, the one thing my surgeon told me, he was like, "Look, stress can kill you." He said, "Stress will kill you." So I try my best not to let things stress me out these days. But we all have those days where things just coming down on your plate, and that's when I go in that gym and I bang it out, and that's the thing that helps me get through my daily routine. So therapy, the gym, and just finding out who I am. Those have been the things that have really helped me. And being back in sunny California is amazing as well. That has really cut my stress levels down, bro.
I love
Vitamin
that.
D, vitamin D, sunshine,
Vitamin
Yes,
D.
sunshine,
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sunshine.
Claudia,
sir.
we hear you. Ladies, that's not the vitamin D they're talking about. Stop it.
I knew
Mike,
she was gonna
how about
see today I'm
you?
on my best behavior. Anna took over all the little left-sided comments. So okay. I
Good
saw
for
Mike pulled out a
you.
camera. What pictures are we
Very well
taking on these
presented.
cameras? Are we sightseeing? Are we taking pictures of the new inches you guys get when you lose weight? What are we doing?
I said that wasn't the vitamin D they were talking about.
You
I'm
talking
just
to
So
me or the other? Oh, that
anything
might.
you wanted to, VSG bestie. So for me, I'm actually very blessed. I feel like my wife is a mental health nurse. So she's worked in mental health in the field for over a decade now. So I've always had someone genuinely at home in my life that I can talk to about anything and everything. And when it comes to my mental health, I literally feel the vulnerability and the sharing and the openness with people that you know and trust and strangers that can relate to you has really helped me get past the shit that I've been dealing with for most of my life, because I realized very quickly in groups such as this, like, hey bro, like, I'm not alone. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not the only one. Because the biggest impact that people deal with mental health is feeling I'm alone. I'm doing this by myself. I don't know anybody that can relate to me or what I'm going through. But if you're open and you're vulnerable and you realize who your circle is, you can really get over a lot of hurdles better than you could have ever imagined. And my next big step was finding out who my circle was. You know, I listened to a few good quotes about, stop texting back, stop calling back, stop being the person that's doing everything from everyone else, and see who reaches out to you. And I took that to heart and I did it. And I went from thinking that I was this guy that had 50, 60 close friends to like, I have like 8. And 6 of them I met on TikTok. And most of them are probably in the group right now watching. You know,
That's
my
about
new
3 more than I
parents,
got. Lucky you.
Okay.
right? But like the very
Hey,
people
tell
that
us.
I've met, people that I can relate to, have become my support system, my support group. If I'm dealing with something on an emotional level, a mental level, a physical level, we have a group chat running every single day. We're gonna be like, hey guys, listen, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling. And then it creates a discussion where you can be open and vulnerable and hear things from other people's perspectives that might change your mindset and help you through that block that you're dealing with in that moment. And then finally for me, just like Michael and Claudio and like everyone up here, like the gym has become
It's
my
the
church.
creatine, isn't it? It's got y'all hooked. It's the creatine. I'm convinced.
No, it's one of those things that when I'm dealing with something that, I'll talk to my family about and I'll be open with, but there's just certain things that maybe you're not ready to talk about right then and there, or you're just really not ready to deal with in that moment. I can go to the gym and I can lift heavy and I can hit a bag and I can work out those stressors and change my mindset better than anything else in my life right now.
I
So
love
whatever I'm not ready to deal with right now, I take out on the things that I can't hurt, the weights, the gym, and everything but myself and my mindset. And that allows me to get to the point where I'm willing to talk and share and be open about those things with the people that matter that can truly help me.
That part. I love
Mike, like you're touching my little heart today. You might make my little Grinch heart grow 3 sizes bigger today. I don't know. You're really like, it's just
I love
stop
it.
it. Trying to be the
No,
Grinch.
I ain't
Famous,
stopping.
what do you got for us on your mental health and how you maintain that, and especially being a Barry man? Tell
Being
us
a
what.
Capricorn. I'm just kidding.
Hey, so like some of the other fellas, I have a therapist that I see that I see or talk to once a week as well, just to make sure that I'm solid and I have a good support system of family and or friends. And to be completely honest, like I believe my biggest support mentally are y'all, right? Miss Mary, I wake up like everybody else, and the first thing I do, I wake up and I look at my damn phone. And as sure as a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day, Miss Mary got her ass on here working the fuck out. And
That
and
part.
just because of that, I get my ass up and I do
Go
what I
listen, Miss
need to
Mary.
do. I don't
The
make
body and
excuses
emotion.
When this is
anymore
healed,
for
I'm going
not
back
being
to working
able
out with Miss
to
Mary.
work out. I do it on my own time. And then plus I'm with somebody who actually knows this journey. My girl is a VSG patient as well.
I
So the
love
great
that.
thing with being partnered up with that is I am with somebody who know what the struggle is, who is like, hey babe, you got your protein in today? And I'm like, hell yeah. Let's go for this run. You know what I'm saying? Let's go for this walk. Let's go lift these weights. Let's go, walk this life together because it's a lifestyle. It's not just we here for the long haul. And and we took this fitness journey for a reason, and we both have kids, and it's about longevity and having a better quality of life. And so knowing that is where, it's good for your mental, it's good for your skin, it's good for your teeth, it's good for your hair if you ain't losing it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
that
like,
part.
You don't have to
for
talk about my pressed chicken hairs like that, King.
hey.
No, you already know it's self-conscious.
But these are the ways that I'm able to stay, mentally sound. And so if I haven't told you guys before, I appreciate you and I thank you for your services.
Appreciate you too. Which
You're gonna
brings
make
me,
me cry.
I love the idea of Barry love because y'all be out here talking to each other about bariatric stuff. Now there was a question in the chat that I want to bring up because it was a great question and something. It's a valid question. We see a lot of bariatric divorces. We see some bariatric marriages. We've seen a little bit of everything. How has that been being bariatric with relationships? Are people spinning the block for y'all? Are y'all seeing old people coming back like, hey, what's up, big head? Like, what is it looking like now that you're bariatric? Because us ladies, we get it all the time. The inbox is crazy. What is
Okay, don't think we don't screenshot each other like, bitch, do you see this? What is happening? Why are you here? Do you
so for
guys
the
I've seen it in the lives with you guys.
I'm just saying, like, how is this
what have your boobies on?
balancing relationships for the folks who are in relationships and the folks who are maybe not or in situationships? How are we balancing this new attention? Are people from the past coming back? How is your marriage holding up with all this new attention? Like, I'm curious. Talk to me, Tony. Go ahead.
It can get stressful. I mean, there's
Because
definitely
we know they're there for you.
yeah, and the attention's there, but like at the same time, it's the wife takes a look at the phone to see who's texting me and to see who's calling. Is there
And we support her.
And sometimes I have to put
Yes,
earbuds into this because the chats get a little wild at night. And
I
so,
know what you're talking about.
but like, yeah, it can, like, my wife will even, she told me yesterday, it's like, you know what, you're getting too small. She likes bigger guys, but like, it's those little things, it's little things that you see creep in that weren't there before or were there before, but it went away and now have come back. Um, but talking about it, definitely helps and trying to work through it and reassurance and doing those little things that help reassure that the relationship stays strong and everything. Um, but it can be difficult sometimes. It can be frustrating. Be like, why are you looking at my phone? I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, I know I have nothing to worry about, but it's still frustrating at the same time.
absolutely.
What about for you, Guy? What does that look like? Relationships? Or is
Relationship.
it block? What's up?
Relationships are definitely hard. My current situation, I'm married, but I'm separated right now, and I'm not sure completely if all things can point to the situation with being my bariatric, and then moving on with my separation. You finding people to get involved with or just be friendship with. I have situationships and stuff like now that that's been very special people that have come in my life, and I'm like, I'm gonna be all right. They just either way go it goes. So I'm looking forward to what the future brings with a lot of things and special people that's coming in my life. So it's definitely tough. Because because you're still finding your own identity, and you only know how like I'm used to being a big man, and then I still like thicker women, so I'm like, I say, well, is that gonna change, or do I open up a whole new block of everything? But it's just been definitely a difficult and adjustment situation. I haven't had the DMs and nothing blowing up and nothing like that, but you definitely see.
Okay.
You can tell. I don't know. I guess because my situation is
Bring your
still kind of
DMs
fresh.
later, Guy. Don't worry. We'll find out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. My dick is fresh. I'm fresh on the streets, if you can call it like that, if you want to say it like that.
Claudio, what about
Claudio,
you?
Claudio, congratulations. I don't know if y'all saw the beautiful pictures and videos of his marriage. Your wife is gorgeous. Okay, so talk to us. What's up?
Um, I don't really, I ain't really worried about it at all. You know what I mean? Like my wife and I, like my wife got it done. We just recently got married 3 months ago, 4 months ago now. Yeah, almost 4 months.
Congrats.
Um, so we've been together for 5 years. Thank you. We've been together for 5 years next month. So, when I met her, I was 280. So I gained weight, she gained weight, and then we ended up getting the surgery 7, 8 months apart. So I got mine in October. She got hers July of 2022. So she's down like I think 130. I'm down 175. So
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I really, we did it together. We do everything together, and she's my best friend. So I mean, it's like, she just kind of ignores it. I ignore, her stuff. Like we have a public relationship, like, with a lot of people that know us know that we're together. We've been together. And what I mean, she's my best friend, man. Like she really, she's beautiful. She's funny. Uh, I don't see nobody else. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy because
Blinders on.
yeah, I really do got blinders on, man. Because I mean, I just posted a video, last night. We just being dumb. We just being dumb, man. Just doing, like we two peas in a pod, man. We be cracking up. Like it's just she's not only beautiful, she's smart, she's funny, and she's strong. She's incredibly strong, man. And I really love her, and you know what I mean. So I'm blinders on. So that's me.
Love
we have
that.
like gay couples coming.
The berry love is real. There's a lot of bariatric chemistry. I love
I
it.
love that.
Michael, what's up?
So your first question was, is anybody spinning the block? Nobody's spinning the block. And the crazy part about it is a lot of my old girlfriends that I used to talk to said I look better when I was bigger than I do now. So nobody's
Oh,
spinning the
wow.
block. Honestly, like as far as the love life, like I said earlier, I'm at that point in my life where, I did this with weight loss surgery took a toll on my marriage, and I'm not even gonna. It really did, and it's very hard for me to explain why. So I'm not gonna get into that. But as far as the love life now, I'm not at a point now where I'm really looking to be in a relationship. Like I said, I'm at that point where I'm trying to find who I am, and
Right.
it's not gonna be fair to me to bring somebody else into that right now. Like I said, just finding out, I can't expect a woman to know what I like when I'm still trying to figure out what I like.
That part.
And so I'm at that point. So as far as the DMs can be hot, but it's social media. I don't take a lot of stuff on social media very seriously because it's social media. It's entertainment. That's how I look at it. What I the same thing some woman is saying to me in my DM, she probably saying to 10 other dudes. So I'm nobody special when it comes to that part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take a lot of it seriously. I am a natural flirt. That's just what I do. So I enjoy the back and forth on social media, but it's social media. So, and then crazy part about it is I get more attention on social media when I'm just walking the street. Nobody's talking to me. Like, all seriously. Like,
That happens to
I
us
could be
too.
out. Yeah, I could be out and about. And the way people act on social media, you would think when I'm walking the street, like, nobody, it's not like that. That's why I said it's social media. It's nothing, I don't take it too seriously at all. Eventually down the line as I progress on this journey and become a better version of myself where I feel like I can, not only be the best version of me for me, but for a partner, then that'll happen. But right now, I'm chilling right now. Just I'm continue to work on me. That's the thing with therapy. Um, Therapy makes you face those hard facts about yourself. And I'm learning more self-awareness about the things that make me tick and the things that I need to fix about myself. And that's what I'm working on right now.
I
Love
like
that.
that. Mike, we know a baby's on the way, so clearly it's not due. Really?
Right. No one's spinning the
I mean,
block for
I'm
you.
making
No one's in
assumptions,
no one's in your
but-
DMs. No one's spinning the block for you. So tell us about your marriage.
So, You know what? When I met my wife, I was about 285, 290 pounds. When we got married, I was like 315, 320. When I was at my heaviest, I was just shy of 400 pounds as a 385. And my wife has loved me unconditionally and supported me unconditionally. And, she has been genuinely my best friend, my confidant, my go-to, my person. And
Love that.
she got to see me at my worst, at my best, you name it. And she knew that I was very shy and self-conscious and was kind of closed off. I've always had more female friends my entire life. I grew up with an older sister who always had friends over. So like me talking to people and having conversations, it's always been very, very easy for me. And my wife has always been so supportive. And it's actually kind of funny. She's actually she's watching right now. So I'm going to tell a story about last week. We went to this store called like a Crazy Bins. I'm not sure if you have those in the States. Just like a giant room full of bins of like Amazon returns. And you
Okay.
go and you pay like
I
$25.
love the bins.
Right? The bins. So I walked up to my wife about an hour in, and I was like, so this lady was just flat out flirting with me. Like, she's with her husband, and she's like blowing me kisses and like waving like over his shoulder. It was the weirdest thing. My wife's like, she hot? You get her number or what? Like, did you say hi? She's joking with me and pushing me like, but you should have went along with it. Just see how far it would go. Like, this is awesome. Because she's like, I know my husband's hot. I know my husband's attractive. So like, she's always found the best ways to, pump my gas and keep me on track and realize that, I am unconditionally loved and wanted and a big part of her life and that I'm her best friend and she's mine. So, I know a lot of people that have struggled with their marriages, relationships after weight loss surgery. I know countless people who have gotten divorced. I know countless people that have remarried and changed countries and changed their entire lives after weight loss surgery. Just like the surgery itself, and I said this earlier, you gotta put the work in, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna be just you working. When it comes to a relationship and a marriage, it takes two. It takes two to tango. And when your life changes, your partner's life doesn't necessarily have to change with you. And it's whether you want to put in that work and make those changes and grow together, or you're going to grow apart. But the end result has to be your health, your wellness, your life and longevity. And if they're down for the ride, you're going to take them with you whether you want to or not. And if they're not down for the ride, you're going to find out whether you want to or not. And for me, I'm just blessed because like my wife is my best friend and she's always had my back. She's the reason why I took this step to have this surgery, and she's the biggest reason of the success that I've been able to accomplish and my mindset change and my new schedules. And it's been great.
We love her, and we don't even know
Shout
her,
out,
but we
shout out to
love
Wifey. I know
her.
you said she's in the chat, and congratulations on the new addition. We wish you have a safe, healthy labor. And you have a great husband. He's really, really inspiring and really just always pouring into the community. So thank you for, keeping him on the straight and narrow. Famous, what's up?
We know you got a little boo thing, so
Yeah. So I was married before the boo thing. That's me and her. We've been rocking for like the last on and off for the last 5 years. But I was married when I had surgery, and unfortunately, some of the people who are the closest to you don't really they root for you, but they don't really want to see you doing better. And we came to that point, and that's over and done with. And the woman who I'm talking to today, I met her post surgery, and I've done so well with it. And she had other friends who's had the same surgery, and they've done well. And so she actually took the step herself to get the surgery. And like my brother up here, you know what I'm saying, we do a lot of great things together, and it's nice. Like love life been popping. And let's be clear, as a big boy, I was the shit. Okay, like Big time. I had all the play. I actually probably get less play today because I got the blinders on. I'm not paying attention to nobody. Like I have everything that I want and need in my life. So I mean, there's people who shoot their shot, but real talk, I just laugh it off and be like, haha, fuck out of here. So you know what I'm saying? It's not, and really, I think we understand it's not who pop at you or who pay attention to you, is who you pay attention to. So, yeah, life is good. It's lovely out here. Love it.
That part.
Love that for you.
Now,
Yeah.
before we continue, I know we've had this box sitting here empty, all alone, getting
All
cold.
by myself.
If y'all ready for us to bring up our guests, let me know in the chat that y'all ready. Keep tapping that screen. Thank you for getting us to 31,000 likes. Shout out to everybody. Love.
That's
Yes,
big, y'all. What's up? Represent.
Y'all ready?
Thanks to all of these men for vulnerability.
We got a lot of testosterone on here, but we gotta have someone come up to match energies. We have to have someone who's big in this community and has some questions for y'all. Very
Say we're not the
There she go.
of
There she go.
surprises.
Okay, so let's talk about it. I've been taking notes and sipping. Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. Let me tell you something. Any wifeys, don't worry about shit. Okay? Because ain't nobody got time for these little hoes be up in this inbox. I give zero fucks. We don't play around. Mike, excuse me. You got more than one coming. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. It's giving about 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe a set of twins.
There you go.
Fine.
Oh, she didn't
You are
prophesy.
going to really do some shit. Shout out to your beautiful wife. Girl, you ain't got shit to worry about. I wish a motherfucker would. Send at me when you have issues. At me when you want to have issues. Okay? Fuck around and find out. Because when we fuck around, we find out. Okay? Moving on. Famous. We didn't know you got the couple and shit. She ain't got shit to worry about either. Send her over to Barry Mother when she's ready to tone up. You got me?
Oh, she.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Y'all,
Yes.
you just thought you were the eye candy of the night.
Nope.
Sorry.
Y'all thought y'all was about to come here and flex. We fucking queens.
Oh, we
All right.
Go ahead,
Let's move
Cardio.
on. Famous. It's giving another baby. We need to have another one. Thank you. Okay. So moving
Vasectomy.
on.
We don't play them games. Vasectomy. Cut it off.
God has a way of working in mysterious ways.
Hey, I practice. That's all.
Not you pull out. Okay, moving on. Okay, so God.
Yeah.
Damn accomplishment. What the fuck's going on, bruh?
Doing good. Doing good.
Bruh? We like it, bruh. It's giving maybe 2 more out of you too. Claudio, the motherfucker that gave me Barry Tubman. Just shout out to him. Shout out that's if y'all ever wanted to know. And we only rock that for Black History Month. You know, we got the Barry Tubman in the house. Let's just say this, Claudio. You two motherfuckers need to have a YouTube channel. Because I would definitely be subscribed. And it's giving about 1 more. And shout out to that beautiful, beautiful little baby. And oh my God, that is my boo. Okay? I wish somebody would try to date him. Okay?
My son be feeling the show, man. Like, if y'all go through my page, you'll see my son for sure.
He is beautiful. Embrace. Excuse me. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
If you don't change your name immediately.
I
You're no
know
longer a grape. You're a
the
special chocolate.
Moses beard is growing. The Moses beard is giving. It's giving.
The Moses beard.
That's
Okay.
old man beard right here. That's old man
Yes,
beard. That's
it's
all that
very
is.
grabbable. I'll just say that. We're gonna move along. Okay, moving along. Tony, how you doing?
How you
Don't
doing?
lie for me, baby. Now look here.
It's the
I
accent for me,
am.
Tony.
I am so happy you have entered into this side of TikTok. And you know what? Also, Mike, welcome. And make sure you follow my ass because I make sure I followed your ass so I can make sure your wife is taken care of. You got me?
I follow.
Okay.
You'll
Tony.
never be talked to like this in your life.
This is why I love
Tony,
her.
you are a wonderful soul. I want to tell you, ever since you stepped on this community, you stepped in one of my lives. I have respect for you. But I think you could push out another one too. Mm-hmm.
Why do you want everybody to have
She's trying to get
babies?
him. She's
Because Barry mother wants a baby. Okay?
You have all the babies.
I'm gonna have baby
But
Jesus
seriously,
because
Barry Jesus. I love babies. And you know, I just love babies and I love just growth and development. Okay, Anna Banana, I haven't forgot about your stank ass, bitch. Okay? We have some issues to talk about because you know what? I love you.
I know. And them cowboy hats just keep coming
Doggone
back.
it, I love your ass. Bestie.
She can't wait
You
to
are
meet
the
me,
best.
y'all. It's
You are the
coming.
best hype woman I've ever met virtually in my motherfucking life. Let me just
She's my bariatric Oprah.
But seriously though, I have a question for you guys. How are you going to and oh by the way, Mike, I'm sorry. I'm Barry mother. I am 14 years post VSG. I was 320 and I'm half of a mother-daughter duo who are trying to take over the world and trying to have a TV show dedicated to bariatric education. Because I eat, breathe, drink, sleep, and freaking pee this weight loss journey. And I want to give a shout out because you are the male version of me. I've been listening to your passion, but the one thing you have on me is, guys, I have had a bariatric divorce. I've had a bariatric baby. So I have a lot of knowledge. So if you guys ever need, or if you're women, you're beautiful women, wifeys, girlfriends, future wifeys, I should say, need any help, I'm here for them. Okay?
Absolutely.
Just know that I don't fuck around. Because
or you're going to
you know
find
what?
out.
There you go, Anna Banana. There you go. I ain't got to say nothing else. Okay? Question. How are you guys going to deal with maintenance mode? Being that I'm 14 years, how are you guys going to deal with maintenance mode? Because it is damn hard, but your consistency, seriously, this is my thing. You build structure to build discipline to build consistency. Okay? How are you going to deal with that? Because it's going to happen. That's how you determine longevity. So how are you going to do it? And I'm muted.
We'll start with Tony. Tony, what are your thoughts? Any future thoughts on maintenance?
that is probably one of my biggest fears.
No
is
pressure.
maintenance
It's just
mode.
Barry mother.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, that is a big fear of mine is maintenance mode. I mean, I'm 9 months now. I mean, it's not getting the distance is closing in on maintenance mode, and I think that I'm kind of almost at the point where I'm like in denial that oh, this is gonna happen soon. And I'm be honest, I'm not sure. And I want to be consistent. I have the mindset that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay on track, but there is a number, and I think it's the fear of like gaining that weight that's gonna help keep me on track. I don't want to gain that weight back. I don't want to go back to that same person. I might not be able to eat the same way, but there are ways to eat around those restrictions, and that's that fear that would try to keep me from doing that. But I think that's where I'm gonna need my most support is when I get to maintenance mode.
That part.
I love that you said
Also,
that you don't know, because that's when these communities are important. So that way people know where to come and step in and help you. So I'm glad that you said that. I'm sorry, Anna, go ahead.
now I'm just going to encourage everybody to let Barry Mother run, just live rent free in your mind. If you want to live in maintenance mode successfully, let that bitch touch you out every time you open the refrigerator, every time you go to get a food or a beverage or whatever. She's going to be like, bitch.
She's
Like,
kept me on track for 9 months so far.
so, in all seriousness, ask yourself, what would Barry Mother do? But, Guy, what about you? What does maintenance mode look like for you? I love this question.
Right. Well, maintenance mode for me is just starting for me. According to my doctor, the DS kind of levels out between 12 to 18 months, and I just hit 18 months. And so I'm at the point I feel like I guess I'm at my lowest weight. I'm not sure if I'm going any smaller, which I hope I don't have to go any smaller. But I have to admit, in the last few months, because I've been like trying to adjust and trying to find things, I've been eating certain things, and I'll be like, I shouldn't eat that, but I want to, cause I want to eat more proteins and more things. I've been eating a little more fats, and I was like, well, I gotta make sure cause I want to gain weight. And it's that part. I was like, no, I can't go into those habits of eating the wrong things, or that's why I want to talk to you, cardio. And I was like, hey, I want to get this, I want to get bigger, but I want to do it the right way. And I know that's the biggest thing I've been worried about. I said, man, I can pump up, my shoulders are doing good, everything's good, looking good, but I just still want that 15 pounds or something that just like, I'll feel better, and I'll feel more comfortable where I think I'll be, but I don't want to go any further. But yeah, it's just I feel like I can keep doing it. I've been picked up a lot of routines of meal prepping and drinking my waters and vitamin taking and and then every time I slip off, I like to very mother be like, oh, she got new things going on, and yep. There to look. So I'm like, yep, she's on it, and I don't even get to talk to her as much, but I know that she's on it, and I see her on other people. I say I don't even want to be the people that she's on like that. So I was like, all right, let me get back on track or whatever, find other ways and avenues. And like I say, when we see y'all brothers like that, y'all getting bigger and y'all about my size. I like, I want to do that too. So I was like, well, I'm already there. I just don't want to be too hard on myself, but just I'm nervous about the next part. You're like, oh, it's getting started. Okay, here I am. Now it's starting now.
Danny Slim Jim said, behave.
Yeah.
And if that isn't a shirt that I can buy immediately, Barry Mother, I'm going to make it myself and make profit off of you. So
Wait a minute, because I have a shirt press machine. Give me that again. Which one do you want?
Beehive, behave.
Period.
Bitch,
1 second.
and if they don't have a cowboy hat on it.
But yeah, no. Well,
Can you imagine a little bee with a cowboy hat? It'd be so cute. Okay, anyway.
Hold on, Anna. Claudia's about to give us his maintenance.
Claudio, I just want, for reference, anyone who doesn't know, I am the bariatric bandit of Barry Mother's Lives. I pop in and immediately, I don't say a word except for putting a cowboy hat and a mustache on Barry Mother. And it's not her favorite thing, but it's mine.
I love it.
It makes me happy. And so here we are. We're in a battle. And I'm winning.
We're gonna let Claudia jump in. We are running a bit low on time, but Claudia, go ahead, love.
So like my thing is just changing your relationship with food, man. It really is. It's changing. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a race. It's not a diet. This is a lifestyle now. It's a mental game. It's mentality. You know what I mean? Like if you don't change your relationship with food, you're gonna go back. You're gonna gain weight. You're gonna do this and that. Like I eat for fuel now. I do not eat for pleasure. I eat for quality, not quantity anymore. I mean, I'd rather have more flavor than just go to a buffet. Like I'd rather go to like a sushi bar. You know what I mean? Instead of going to a Chinese buffet. That's it. It's getting your protein in, getting making sure that you're not eating bad foods. I mean, watch your sugars, watch your fats. I mean, it really is. It's a lifestyle. It's how you have to keep it. It's how you have to live now. You know what I mean? That's what I do, and that's how I plan to deal with it.
I
I
love
eat
that.
I eat a lot. I mean, right now I eat every 2 to 3 hours. Your body's like an engine, right? So you got to give it oil, you got to give it gas, right? So your body's gonna stop moving. Like I used to when I was 370 pounds, I would eat once a day, twice a day, but it was big ass meals, big ass plates. Now it's like, you know what? Let me get a protein bar. 2 hours later, a protein shake. 2 hours later, some fruit. 2 or 3 hours later, some carbs. You know what I mean? It's just a game. It's you got it, but you got to play it right. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, that part. Michael, maintenance mode. What does that look like for you? You kind of are
I'm
farther
I'm
than some of us, so.
yeah, I'm about 5 years out. So maintenance mode for me, and I when people ask me about my journey, I never try to paint this picture like I do everything right. I still screw up. The biggest part about my journey is I'm able to own up to the mistakes that I make. But yeah, I definitely prioritize protein. My goal is to just continue to put on as much muscle as I possibly can. So it's like Claudio said, it's making sure, instead of eating a damn cookie, I can eat a protein bar, have a protein shake, have my fruit. Um, so that's how I've been able to maintain. And for me, weightlifting has been that thing that has really helped me along this journey. Weightlifting is that's the sauce right there. I tell people all the time, and I do my cardio, but weightlifting has really been the thing that has kept me 5 years out, working this thing out, keeping the weight off, and moving back to California, I had to really check myself when I got here because hey, it's tacos all over the place out here in LA. And I am a taco junkie. I love tacos. I fucks with them real heavy. I really had to catch myself. And that's where that self-reflection had to come in. I'd be like, Michael, okay, you screwing up. You can't be eating all these damn tacos. So it was just like owning up to my mistakes, and now I'm just back on the grind now. So it's like Claudio said, prioritizing the protein, making sure I'm getting my water in, which was a struggle for me early on. Getting water was really hard for me. Trying to drink a gallon of water a day was tough. But now making sure these are the things that I'm prioritizing, and it's been successful for me. 5 years out, I'm still gaining muscle. I'm still looking halfway decent. So I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And again, like I said, I started this process early on, knowing that I didn't want to fail at it. I seen too many family members have this procedure and fail at it. That's been my driving force, and also knowing that I will never ever go back to being 475 pounds again, ever. So whatever
Yes.
that takes to make sure I don't get to that size again, that's what I do. But yeah, the
And I
maintenance
just
side of it
want
is
to
hard.
mention like being very intentional about prioritizing.
Well,
Just
the one thing I wanted to say is your body burns more calories at rest the more muscle you have. So if you build muscle, you burn more calories at rest.
okay.
I
Facts.
still hate the gym, but he's right.
Don't pay her any mind. Mike, what's up?
So I'm gonna kind of take a literal approach to this. So I love how everyone's talking about priorities and having priorities. The biggest thing that I want to do when I'm entering the maintenance phase, which I'm kind of starting to work my way into right now, is making sure that my circle, my household knows my priorities. They know what I want to be accomplishing so that I'm not the only person holding myself accountable. Number two, I need to have goals. If you are not maintaining goals, then you don't have anything to keep working towards, right? So like me at the gym right now, I'm working on lifting heavy and I'm tracking my numbers and my reps and my sets. And I'm like, you know what? By next week, I want to see if I can push the boundaries to this. So I'm giving myself new goals every day, no matter what. So by sharing my priorities and sharing my goals and always having something to drive towards, maintaining is going to come naturally with that mindset. And that's just my opinion of what I'm going to do for myself. And last, after I had surgery was the first time I started to actually schedule everything in my life. I use calendars. I schedule my meetings, my work, my eating. Having a schedule is constantly going to be changing, especially for me. Like, I'm going to be a dad any day now. I've got work changing. I've got my own business coming in as well. So having a schedule and knowing that it's okay that your schedule changes as long as you have one is such an important thing. So having priorities and sharing my priorities, having goals, something to always work towards, and being able to change my schedule and adapt my lifestyle while maintaining my priorities and my goals will allow me to maintain my success post surgery for the rest of my life.
I love that. I love that approach. That's amazing.
Period.
I agree with everything the fellas have said before me. My answer is slightly different. I believe in discipline, right? And we have to create lifelong habits that is going to prolong us being in the ways that we are supposed to be. And there is something that I was told, and it still sticks to me. When motivation fails, discipline prevails. So when we have that discipline in us, even in the moments that we are not feeling motivated to go to the gym, where we're not feeling motivated to pick the right thing to eat, we have the discipline. Be like, hey, you know what? I may eat some macaroni and cheese, but I'm only gonna eat a spoonful of it. And one of the things how we know that we understand that food is like a trigger for some people. And are you free from eating food, or are you abstain from being away from food? Because there's one thing from to be delivered from this demon, and it's another thing to be abstained from these things. So we can, even with these holidays that's coming up around, everybody and their mama finna be eating their ass off. And we have to have enough self control, enough discipline in us to be around this bullshit, but not take in the same shit that everybody else is taking in. Because, like brother said, we are a machine now. We have to eat for life. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the discipline comes in us. So, not every day you're going to feel motivated to do the right thing, but we have to have that discipline in us to make the right choices. This is where discernment comes into play. So that is my answer.
Not you just dropped the mic. I love it. Yes. Listen, tonight any stronger, guys. I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to Barry Mother. She popped in. She was asking her questions. I want to thank every single person on this panel. If everyone in the chat has been on fire all night. I appreciate every single person in that chat. If you haven't had an opportunity to follow these amazing people on the panel, make sure you follow every single person on this panel. Everyone has something unique to contribute. We're all bariatric. We're all in this journey together, but we all have different perspectives. So it's important that you get a little nugget from everyone. So if you haven't started following everyone on this panel, make sure you do so. We are going to be back again next week, Sunday. Y'all already know the time, but I'm going to say it again for the bitches in the back. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time for a very intentional chat. We talk all things bariatric. Before we leave, last thoughts, guys. If y'all can tell a bariatric man in the panel that might be in the chat and on the fence about getting bariatric surgery, and just under 30 seconds, can you give them a little final thought on why they should or why they shouldn't, or whatever you want to say to them? Tony, we'll start with you.
If you really are serious about changing your life and really serious about making a better, healthier choices, do the surgery. It's been so life-changing for me, and I've met some more of the most incredible people, not just the people that are in this panel, but the people in this comments. and you could already see it from the community. You have the support out there. If you feel like you can't make it through this journey, just look into it. It doesn't even need to be surgery. Even if you get into a weight loss journey, you have the people in this community that will help you and to help support you in your journey to be healthy.
Thank you, Tony. You got 30 seconds. Make it good.
I would say just make sure that your mental is right. And your physical is going to come. The tool is going to tool itself, but you got to be ready to be able to help your tool and use your tool. Like you said, Tony said, if you're not doing it with using the surgery, just know that there's a community out there that will support you on both ends, and just get your information as much as possible you need, and know that you're not alone. You don't have to do things alone. You can do it with people that's been there and or is going to be there with you. That's been there in the further journey, or they're right there beside you. So just and talk to your health physician and listen to your health providers and everything, and make sure that those people are there for you as well, because and look out for yourself. Choose you, and choose the future.
Love it. Thank you, Guy. Claudio.
Strong body, strong mind, man. It's a mindset. If you ain't ready for it, if you're not ready to change up here, you know what I mean? Don't change. Don't do it. And if you're ready to change, do it. You know what I mean? It changed my life. I was ready for a change. I needed it. I wanted it. You ain't ready to go all in, don't do it. It ain't a tiptoe. It ain't dip your foot in the water. Nah. It's all in or all out.
That part. Michael.
If you're thinking about the weight loss surgery, first of all, do your research. Don't just jump into this blind thinking, oh, I saw this person do it and they were good at it. Do your research. Make sure you find the right doctor, the right facility to take care of your weight loss surgery. After you do your research, like again, and I sound like a broken record, but understand that the weight loss surgery is just a tool. It is not the magic bullet. It's not going to cure all your problems. If you don't have the right mindset, if you're not ready for it, like Claudio said, you're not going to be successful. So understand that going into this thing, to be successful with it, it's got to be a lifestyle change. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be. Because if not, if you think, oh, I'm just going to get this weight loss surgery, I'm going to lose a bunch of weight, you got the wrong mindset going into it. So do your research and make sure you got a good support system. And then I tell anybody, it was a guy in the comment, if you got questions, I'm not that dude. I'm not going to be, I'm an open book with mine. Like if you need help or you got a question, you can reach out to me. I'm sure you can reach out to any guy on this panel. That'll be more than happy to help you on your journey and give you whatever knowledge we can give you as things that we went through, because we know the ups and downs of this stuff. And it's going to be ups and downs. You got to understand that. So know that you got people you can reach out to. The support system is strong, and we got your back.
Thank you, Michael. Mike.
So keeping it quick and simple, because you guys have been killing it above me so far. On top of doing your research, make sure you're doing this for you. You need to do this for you. Put yourself first, because without you, you can't help anyone else. You can't help your family. You can't take care of everything else around you if you're not loving yourself first, putting yourself first. If you don't know, do your research. If you want to know, ask questions. And if you want to ask questions, ask anybody up here, because we've lived it, we're going through it, we've been through it, and we are not scared to open up. And if you are, open up. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your family. Be honest with your peers. Don't hold anything back, because if you're holding your emotions back and your mindset back, you're going to hold your physical self back too.
Thank you, Mike. Famous.
I'm going to tell you, it's really hard going last, because y'all have all said all of the shit that I could possibly think of.
It's hard going first.
I'm last. You not last.
No,
My mind is like spinning. But
Give me the best 30 seconds of your life. I know that's not the first time you heard that.
You, DJ,
Right.
you can make it up.
So this is my word. I would say that this is not for everybody. I am not telling anybody to go ahead and get this surgery. It is something that you have to do yourself. Brother man over here said, do your own research. This is not a quick fix. This is somebody putting a hammer in your hand telling you to go build a house. Just because I give you a hammer does not mean you can build a house. What you have to do with this thing is be very intentional. Okay? This will help you create a positive mindset, help reach your goals, and you'll experience more clarity with being intentional. That
Okay.
is my word. Love y'all. Have a
Same.
good
Oh,
night.
and he acted like he didn't have the
I just wanted to have the honor to end it with my good old, you know, just making sure that you've done what I'm going to ask you. That's all.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Have you taken your multivitamin? And I know damn well y'all better have taken it this time of night. Take that.
And if not, take
I
it.
sure have.
And if not, you've had your reminder. Be intentional, very intentional. Take them vitamins,
And
drink
we'll
your
see you
water,
guys again
get your
next
protein.
Sunday.
Join
Hey.
Appreciate you,
us next
Shar,
Sunday.
Anna. Appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Appreciate you all.
Guys,
Thank you
and
guys
guys,
Thanks,
so
I
much.
everybody.
appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
All right
everyone.
now.
It
Thank
was
you
great.
guys.
Thanks,
Love
Bye,
you
guys.
guys.
later.